And now back here in Southwest Florida to some good news. A Naples man has just launched a new project focused on 15 pounds of sand. That's right, sand. ABC 7 anchor Jeff Butera talked to him about what he plans to do with all that dirt. Jeff.
Courtney, his goal is to pay homage to something that happened 70 years ago. Most people only see tiny grains of sand, but John McWilliams sees enormous history.
The sand to me just represents the place where this all took place.
In June, John went to Omaha Beach. He stood on the Normandy coast and pictured American soldiers storming the sand 70 years before on D-Day.
Tens of thousands of men and machine guns on the bluff and all of the horror that happened there to save this country and the freedom in the world from the Nazi regime.
He scooped up 15 pounds of sand that day and brought it home in a Ziploc bag. And on this day, back home in Naples, he's scooping out a teaspoon and dumping it in an envelope next to Normandy pictures. John's a pastor. He says it was like a message from God what to do next with the dirt.
Some of us were selected out.
Nick Hale now lives in Naples, but 70 years ago in the U.S. Army, he leapt off a troop ship, fought through the water, and clawed his way onto the French soil right here.
Your only goal was to get onto the beach.
Nick is a veteran of D-Day, also a survivor of the Battle of the Bulge.
Nick, we want to present this little bit of Omaha Beach sand to you.
And the new owner of 1 teaspoon of the American history he helped to write.
Well, that's very kind of you.
In short, the history is in there.
Exactly.
And what will John do with the other 15 pounds? He's planning to scoop out a teaspoon for any other D-Day vet who wants it.
A way of saying thank you and honoring these people who did what they did.
The church that Pastor John is affiliated with, First Presbyterian in Bonita, is bankrolling this endeavor. Any D-Day vet who wants the sand can get it for free. All you have to do is email John. Put his email address on our website, abc-7.com. All you have to do there is click on Sites on 7. And one fascinating note about this sand from D-Day, researchers recently found, get this, as much as 4% of the sand at Normandy right now still consists of shrapnel and beads and glass from D-Day all the way back in 1944. So in essence, it is quite literally made up of our history.
And it's so great to see what he's doing, especially when you see D-Day survivors, because, you know, they have such heroic stories for what they did on that day. And you're a history buff, so I'm sure that was a very special interview for you.
Absolutely. He said he saw a documentary where there was a D-Day veteran who scooped up that sand, and he said it looked to him like it was sacred ground.
Yeah.
And he wanted to make sure that every D-Day vet who wanted that could have that.
Yeah, especially that struggle to get to that beach. So now to have that in their own hands, what an amazing story. Thank you, Jeff. Up next.